Hi guys, welcome to Soul's No Evolution. Thank you so much for taking the time to join me. I hope you're all doing really well. Now, this is going to be your timeless tarot for whenever it is that you're tuning in. These are timeless readings for the collective. It can be any sign, but please only take what resonates from the message and leave the rest. Right, okay. So we have a message that's fast for the collective. We have deep, quiet, meditation and stillness, card number 11. We have Root Girl, the disowned self. Wow. And then card 23, Fortune's Wheel, luck and right timing. Oh, wow. Surrender, card number 48 at the bottom of the deck. Okie dokie. It's so funny because as I was shuffling, and that first, this first card came out, as I was shuffling, I was getting a feeling, and I wanted to use this deck. It's the Shaman Dream Oracle. The last reading I did said that you were going to receive some sort of guidance in a dream, so I wanted to use this deck specifically. So if the last reading resonated with you, then this is like the follow-on or a bit more of a deep dive into the last reading's energies. So with that first card coming out, I believe that it is. It's card number 11. We had the Justice card in the last reading, which is card number 11. It had the face cracking open. I don't know if you can remember it. So this feels like a deep dive into yourself. You're being asked to surrender to the fact that it's time for you to go within. We've got this meditation and stillness, deep quiet here. And then we've got the disowned self with the Root Girl. So it's time for you to go into, like I say, some sort of internal process to go and recover, it almost feels like, the parts of yourself that you disowned. Now the root, we talk about roots and trees on this channel in particular quite a lot. And any reference to roots is like, you know, where we come from ancestrally, you know, your family of origin. So it may be through your experience of life, of living, of being very human and having a very human experience that you disowned parts of yourself along the way. And it's either a need to meditate and go into some sort of quiet stillness for you to recognize that, for you to go and, let's say, spiritually speaking, go and recover those parts of yourself. And then we've got this Fortune's Wheel, luck and the right timing. So I just feel that for things to start moving forward for you, this disowned self, this Root Girl, needs to be reclaimed. And that's what's going to, like, say, to, I don't even know, give you access to something, whether it's a portal or to skip or change timelines. But there's something about this disowned self that you either need to surrender to the fact that this has happened, or you're now in the process of reclaiming. I don't know where everyone's going to be. Can we have a message? No cards have come out yet. So can we have a message? What's this about? Okay, any messages? Show me deep quiet, meditation and stillness. Just gives me an energy of healing, an energy of finding that balance within yourself. The 11 is an energy of self-mastery. It can speak about, like, the opposite of that would be self-sabotage. So I don't know which side of the fence of this you're going to be on, like where you're surrendering to this need for self. Like the Muse of Materials, the King of Pentacles. Right, okay. Right, okay. Yeah, I was saying like self-sabotage, number 11, or self-mastery. So I don't know if this deep quiet, for some of you, being quiet, not speaking up, is a part of self-sabotage. Let me see what we've got going on here, because I feel all over the place already. Right, the Fool, we've got the Knight of Cups, the High Priestess, and the Page of Swords, the disowned self. Right. There's something about, as I was saying before, seeing this aspect of yourself, surrendering to this. The Fool is a leap of faith. It's the very beginning, stages of a journey. So you might be at the very beginning of recognizing that there is even a part of you that you've disowned or abandoned down to or due to trauma or whatever. Disassociation, I don't know. But I feel that you're either at the very beginning of this, or the universe is kind of saying by doing this work, it's going to open, as we were saying, that portal for a new timeline to be sort of, for you to maneuver towards. Then we've got the High Priestess and the Page of Voices, and I'm getting both like images of sight here, of seeing. The High Priestess is all knowing. She sees in the dark. So this energy of meditation and stillness may be a time where you're receiving, intuitive information, psychic knowledge, heightening of your conscious awareness about things, because it's like the mind is still. The mind is still and the resistance has been reduced. So it may be easier, like I say, in this meditative state for you to receive the information that it is that you're looking for about this disowned aspect of yourself. And for some of you, it very well could be your inner child. I talk about us our soul having lots of different facets of it. We have the inner masculine aspect of our soul, divine masculine, divine feminine, inner child, our higher selves, and our shadow or our lower selves. Now, I believe that it's our, let's say, mission here on earth is to sort of harmonize all of those aspects of our soul, so that when we leave this experience, we're leaving as a whole soul. So this root girl, this is an aspect of you going to, like I say, discover which parts of the self, I suppose, you've disowned. And the information that you're seeking, you'll be able to tap into when, like I say, you're in this energy of quiet, where you're prepared to go into the dark, into the unknown, surrender to this whole process. The information that you're looking for is going to come to you. Right, okay. Show me Fortune's Wheel. Fortune's Wheel. Because the King of Pentacles speaks about commitment. Commitment. Putting in the work. So the universe may be saying it's time for you to actually make this part of, a routine or habitual, part of your daily practice or something. But I feel like a commitment is needed here, or for you to put the work into creating this stillness or time of stillness in your day. We can't all sit in meditative states all day, but to incorporate it into a daily practice. 8 of Emotions, the 8 of Cups in reversed, the Emperor. Right, okay, we'll take the bottom of the deck there. And then we've got the 8 of Wands, 8 of Inspiration. So this Fortune's Wheel, luck and right timing. It's like we've got the same wheel depicted on both of these cards here. So it gives me an energy. As I was saying, you may have been wanting to push forward or for things to change before now. And I feel like because there's a part of yourself that you've disowned that you're now sort of going to claim back, that's when you won't need to push, because it's the right timing. Things will just mysteriously, magically appear to just fit into place, and doors that were closed are going to be open. But it's not like, I almost want to say it's, you just have access to that now. Let's say you didn't have the code before. You sort of looking into this disowned aspect of yourself is giving you like more information about the code that you need to get through this portal, if this is even making any sense. But it's coming in. The 8 of Cups is like walking away from something that you've invested in. So the Eight of Cups in the reverse is almost going back. So it's like you're going back, or it's the right time for you to go back in this leadership position now as the Emperor, and go and claim back the parts of yourself that have been disowned. The Emperor is a leader, takes control of themselves. The Emperor rules an empire. So if each of the kings rule a kingdom, the empire oversees all of the kingdoms, if you know what I mean. So it's like the universe is saying that when this middle aspect, you see, you collate the information, you get whatever it is you need to heal this root girl, this disowned self, everything else falls into place. You're more than equipped here with the energy of the Emperor to embrace any opportunities, to put the work in, to have, a team set up, put the energy behind it. And I feel that there may be, at this point, no need for you to run anymore. There's a surrendering as well. There's no need for you to run. Like I said, the Eight of Cups is the person that leaves after an emotional investment. But I feel like with this look and the right timing, things are going to unfold, so you're not going to need to feel that fight or flight kind of energy, or that need to run, because you're not running from anything. You've put yourself, in theory, back together again. And then bottom of the deck, let's just run through this quickly, because this reading's felt so strange. We've got this woman, she's sort of pushing through this black and white striped, almost gives me like the ribbon at the end of a finish line or something. But instead of breaking through it, it's like she's warping time. And that's what I mean about you wanting to move forward and move forward and move forward, but it hasn't been the right time. There's been some sort of you coming stronger into focus here that needed to happen for this breakthrough. Because if you look, it's like she's almost like at 50% transparency. So she's not fully solid, and then we get more and more solid as each of these images kind of moves forward. So this is the last part, it feels like, that you've got to integrate, and then you're going to be able to push through, which is exactly what I was saying. And we've got that circle symbolism in all three of these cards. And we've got the running away aspect that I just talked about. That's so weird. Because then when it's upright, we've got this one woman sort of walking across the desert with this whole circular energy above her. It's exactly the same. Eight of inspiration, or the Eight of emotion. Right, okay. Right, I think my head's just going all over the place. I'm going to stop. Right. Let me grab a couple of messages out of here and wrap this up. So, there's a lot of reclaiming of the self that's happening here, or a surrender to the need for stillness. It's, understanding that it is a time for you to go within. There's a transformation, there's an emerging that the universe is wanting to see. Oh, you're wanting to see. Like I say, with the glasses staring at me of this page of voices, this information that you can access that's really going to help you sort of put that missing piece of the puzzle of the self literally back together. And you're going to get access to this portal that's going to change everything. Yeah, exactly. A designated place for you to cross is ahead. And that's what I mean. For you to get access to this portal, this green light that you need, the codes to open this door, in effect. It's like there's a designated place for you to sort of make that transition and that crossroads to get to where it is that you're going. That's so strange. Right, okay. Show me one more. We have a spiritual journey, layers and cycles. Exactly. That's what I was just talking about. This, the layers of the self that are sort of coming in together. Wow, under that we've got the Four of Swords, which is healing. Healing, self-care. So this is exactly what it is. It's a spiritual journey that the universe is asking you to go on. And I feel that the direction of it, or, you know, where you're supposed to go in terms of this spiritual journey, it's going to be made very clear to you. There's going to be designated places for you to, like I say, make that change, or when you get to that fork in the road, so you know exactly where it is that you're going. Any final messages? Right. It says, warning, grumpy teenager, approach with caution. Bad mood, miserable, developing minds, frustrated and insecure. So this is talking about that teenager energy. It almost feels to me is that this is like the maturation process. I mentioned that this disowned root girl may very well have been your inner child. It may have been when you were a teenager. So I mean, trying to work out who you were and what direction your life should be going in. You may have been frustrated. You may have felt insecure. You may have not been in a great place. But as it says there, when we're teenagers, we are developing minds. We're developing, you know, who we are and where it is that we want to be, and trying to move on from who we used to be. And, you know, we're in that, very much in that chrysalis phase. So I don't know, like I say, if this teenager energy is the disowned self that you're needing to go back and reclaim. But you've got the green light to do so. You've got the green light to do so. But keep it weird. It's a vibe. Yeah. Rainbows are synonymous with rain. So this very well could be a very emotional process. Very emotional process. As you go through it, as you embark on it. But that's part of the process. So don't fear that. Don't fear that. It's going to lead to your deep stability. But there's just something that you've got to sort of cycle back to go and pick up and then keep moving forward, because there's going to be a new path that opens up, but you've got to cycle back to something first. Right, I'm going to leave that there. Thank you so much for tuning in. Have a great day, and I'll see you soon. Bye.